Welcome back to Season 2 of the Worst, in which I have the impossible task of how to even begin talking about this game. It's special. Something special. We'll be judging this game against 7 others over the course of this season. Categories like game mechanics, presentation, story, and game feel will determine if the game has been judged too harshly by people, or if it's indeed the new king of crap. Gonna be kind of hard to beat Season 1's winner, Alone in the Dark. That game is trash. This is a game that I have streamed twice on Twitch, and I was very surprised by the level of popularity the game had over there. I expected people to ask what the hell I was playing. Now, I did get some of that, but people seemed to be enjoying the nonsense I was showing. Now, were they really enjoying the game, or were they just enjoying me getting mad? We'll find out.
Show no mercy.
This game is far more complicated than it has to be, and I have no idea why they thought it would be a great idea for any of this. The Wii is not a console that comes to mind for horror gaming to begin with, but the swinging for the attack actually isn't a horrible idea. You have to hold down the B button, I believe. I'm actively trying to forget this game. And swinging the Wii remote in order to attack. There's a lighter attack and a harder attack, though I find little reason to really try to hit with a harder one. The quick attack can easily stun lock an enemy. There's a first person thrust, and that looks horrible. And a ranged attack. By that, I mean you throw rocks. One mechanic I really do like is the map and how it gets filled out. It's slowly getting in details filled in as you move around, kind of like the Diablo games would. We see enough maps like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, so I thought this was a much better fit than those, and it works well with the narrative of being on an island you aren't familiar with. Dodging. Well, it reminds me of the Fat Man rolls from Dark Souls. You know, the one where you're wearing too heavy of armor and it's really clunky looking. Honestly, that kind of sums up the gameplay in general. It's just like the Fat Man rolling in Dark Souls. It's just awkward.
Show no mercy.
Listen, this is a throwaway Wii title. The graphics look fine, I guess, maybe mid-GameCube era. Nothing in this game is particularly amazing in any way, and I'm really not trying to be mean yet. The sound work is awful. And not in the way you might expect. There is almost no music until an enemy spots you, and then it starts off way too far out. You have a ton of time to look around and try to figure out where enemies are coming from, which sometimes they are so far away you can't even see them. Why was it done like this? Wouldn't it make way more sense for the further an enemy is away, the quieter the music is? This would just be a great way to gauge the danger level. No idea why they did it this way.
Show no mercy.
Okay, so the story depends on where you're looking, and I know that sounds a really weird way to state this. Alright, so for the first example, I'm going to let Livestream Adam tell you what the story of this game is. And then we'll compare it to what I actually found out. So listen. Not only is this like a super cheesy looking game, look at the freaking the cover. I mean, come on. It's a Wii title. You wake up alone in a deep and fog-covered forest. Your friends are nowhere to be found. It was supposed to be a cozy night camping in the woods. Well, that's a fucking lie. You'll see why in a moment. That's a fucking lie. Until strange creatures rose from the darkness. You must find your friends, survive the horrific forest, and get off the island in one piece. That's the whole recap. And of course, we have these lovely photos right here. Are you ready for how they caption these photos? This is how they sell the game. Bugs, obstacles, time travel, survive. That was not even close. This isn't some random place you find yourself. You're there for a purpose. You're there to be with a friend who studies bugs, and they want to go to Bug Island, a place where it's well known to have larger than usual species. You are there with the woman your character has a massive crush on, and a slimy best friend character who tries to steal your girl and has a weird obsession with his shotgun. Seriously, I had to look up the rest of the story because I called it quits and I have no interest in ever playing this game, and here's why. A major point of this game is time travel. So everything you go through, you just go back and fix the problems anyways. I'm glad I didn't finish your stupid ass game because I would have just been mad the rest of the time. Apparently in the past, a common thing was humanoid naked lizard ladies. Not making this up.
Show no mercy.
This game looks like it should feel fine, and it actually does. I feel like this whole game is a shit show, but a third-person adventure horror game on the Wii, it's not that bad. The gestures aren't obnoxiously precise, though I still hate flailing even a little bit to attack. And despite previous comments on me playing Wii games, yeah, it feels like flailing, you fucking moron. I'm really not sure what else to say here. The game feel isn't offensive really, but I have a hard time saying it's good. The bouncing from first person for throwing and jabs to the normal third person is jarring. It still manages to be better than Alone in the Dark. Shocker.
Humiliation.
Yeah. This video should be kind of obvious where we're going at this point. This game is definitely... It's really hard to pinpoint this down, but I had a lot less fun playing this than Silent Hill Downpour. Like, it's not really all that close. Downpour has a lot of issues, and I feel like the community is very fast to point them out, but I really have nothing positive to say about Bug Island other than it's not the worst feeling game ever. It's not exactly a ringing endorsement. Either way, we are starting to wind down on Season 2 Worst of the Worst. We only have a couple more games left, and I'm excited to get to them. It seems like it's taking me a little longer than I would like. Who knows? The next one could possibly dethrone Bug Island. I feel like it's not as cut and dry this season. Either way, I'm Adam the Horror Historian. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Worst of the Worst. We will catch you next time. We're going to be playing a game with an obnoxious phone mechanic.